else can do it for us. So ways that we sort of prevent ourselves from healing in this task would be to not allow ourselves to feel. So that could be keeping ourselves so distracted and so busy that we never give ourselves time to feel. Just denying that the pain is present. We could avoid reminders of the loss. I had a woman tell me she never drove by the hospital anymore after somebody died. She changed her entire way home from work so she could avoid even driving by the hospital. Sometimes we try to move to different areas or move ourselves to new places to avoid working through the grief. And sometimes, for good reason, we do need to move, because that's the healthy choice to do. And in order to grieve, we might actually need to move. But I think it's looking at your reasoning and your motivations behind the choices that you make if you're changing your location and what that purpose is important. Finding this new normal. And I think that might be coming to terms, again, it's a deeper meaning of that loss, but it's also all the practical sort of things that we need to do to, for example, like how the loss affects our everyday functioning in life. Like who did the grocery shopping, who did the laundry, who got the Christmas gifts, those sorts of things. And then, if the internal adjustments, sort of who am I now? Who am I without this person, without this thing in my life, and redefining who I am. And then sort of spiritual adjustments, like, again, redefining meaning and purpose in our lives. Like, why did this happen? And what does it mean? What kind of assumptions can I make about the world and about how fair or unfair it might be and what to expect? In some ways, we can stop ourselves here by promoting our own helplessness, refusing to develop new skills, refusing to develop new relationships, cutting ourselves off from a transcendent selves, withdrawing from the world, refusing to see the world differently or ourselves differently because of that loss. So to move forward, we need to be able to engage in the here and now and be open to new relationships and new possibilities. But we also need to be connected and stay connected, because whatever happened in our past, whether it was good, bad, or ugly, it's still part of who we are. And I sort of think of this almost as like a tapestry with lots of colors of threads. And we move on and add more threads, but the tapestry, all of who we are, we're still connected to that thing in the past as we continue to change and grow now. And so while we're connected to it, we're also new. It is part of who we are.